Really, what we are called to do is we are called to be disciples of Jesus Christ. We are called to spread the good news and to be able to recognize that in our journey of faith, we are called to go deeper, to go closer to the Lord. And so that's what this campaign is talking about. The gospel reading today that we heard, Jesus said very clearly, "You are the salt of the earth, you are the light of the world." And then there's a great line in there, and it says, "You don't take a lamp and hide it under a bushel basket. You let the light shine for others to see." And so for all of us, we need to take our faith life and live it in the world. When Jesus called his disciples, he called them and they came and they for a period of time, they listened and they learned from Jesus. But then he sent them out. He sent them 2 by 2 out into the world to proclaim the message for others to hear. And so for all of us, it's not enough just to hear the message, to be listening to the homily. We have to live our faith. We're called to make that a part of who we are in our daily life and really growing closer to the Lord. And so over the next several months, we're going to challenge you to grow in your faith. And so every month we'll have a different kind of focus and theme. So for this month, we're focusing in on prayer. And the Stewardship Committee put together a little pamphlet, just really kind of reflection for you to think about some different things. So grab one on your way out. And when we talk about the different areas, so this month will be prayer, then we'll talk about hospitality, formation, and stewardship, and service as part of the stewardship campaign. We're really called to be intentional. We all try and live our faith. You wouldn't be here if you don't. But the challenge of it is sometimes it becomes routine. We fall into our same pattern over and over and over again. I said this a couple weeks ago. You all sit in the same spot every week, right? We're creatures of habit. And there's nothing wrong with some routine, but the problem becomes is when our routine doesn't allow us to grow. And so what we need to do is we need to challenge ourselves to go deeper and to be intentional about it. So for me, I know in my life, when I want to be intentional about it, I have to write it down. It's like, okay, if there's something I want to do, and I write it down, and I've got that before me to remind me. Whatever it is that's going to allow you to grow, and for this month in the area of prayer, be intentional about it. Figure out a way. It might be telling somebody else what you're planning on doing. It might be writing it down. Whatever it might be, but to figure out, okay, what can I do in these coming weeks to really deepen my prayer life? It can be something very simple. It's just adding a few extra prayers to your life, praying the rosary, coming to Mass, whatever it might be, but to really make it an intentional effort to grow in your faith, to go deeper in your faith. In our school, we are able to do the standardized testing. We can know how the kids are growing. I can't do a standardized test with all of you to know how you're growing in your faith. We can see from the parish that we're growing, we're doing great things. Mass attendance is up, our financial giving is up. Those are all great signs that we're growing as a faith community. But only you can figure out how you're personally growing in your faith. And so I challenge you to really reflect upon that in your life. How can you go deeper? How can you be intentional to make your faith not only grow personally, but with those who are around you? Because then as we individually grow, our community grows as well. And we recognize the great blessings that God gives to us in return. This is a perfect time to be doing this because a week from Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, and we'll start the season of Lent. And the season of Lent is a really good time for us to reflect upon our lives and to say, how can I grow? So again, I challenge you, take one of these on your way out, but really take some time to think about how can you be intentional about going deeper and growing in the area of prayer over the next several weeks.